Tough act to follow, especially when I'm reading old stuff. I didn't even follow my own prompt this week, and so those of you that are regulars will recognize a lot of this work already, but I do have two pieces to share tonight. The first is called Coyote. All my life they held SOS status, shoot on sight. Girl on a family farm, I'd only ever known them to be predators, pests, prowling shadows in a field of spring lambs. Their presence announced by a piglet's high scream, the frantic barking of our old blind dog, or the hollow report of a .22. I'd never heard them sing until I lay in a tent on the floor of Death Valley, where when night fell, the cacophony of yips and howls rose in chorus on the cadence of the wind, whispering of longing and freedom in primeval perfection. My heart thumped with each bark and call, the hair along my back rising in a ridge while their song beat against my bones, and I slipped from my sleeping bag on all fours, the black tip of my tail twitching in the night as I crawled from the tent to where the scent of shad scale, black brush, and desert holly could flood my nostrils, to where antelope squirrels and black-tailed jacks promised a midnight meal, to where I could throw back my shaggy head, part my panting lips, and let long a song that called me home and woke me from my sleep. You guys are so nice to clap for that poem, and I bring it over and over again. Next piece is also an old piece, and this is called Peeling Apples. Okay. I have tried to explain to him why I like peeling apples, and yet each time, back bent over barrel, blade in hand, the words escape me, falling away like the peelings that tumble to the trash with each twist of my wrist, and all I can think of is, it is a soulful experience. I have been told that souls have no place in poetry, they are no longer wanted here, they risk too much over dramatic, sentimental, archaic verse. But on the back porch, peeling back the skin of fruit, I feel I am pulling back the layers of myself, until I am left with soft white pulp, core, seeds. Is this what a soul looks like? Whatever it is, peeling apples speaks to something down deep in me, down to the core of my being, the way that apple must have spoken to my first mother, not the girl my father married, but that woman in the garden who placed the pulsing globe against her lips, a world held there between her fingers as she paused, breath halfway through her throat, and bit down into freedom and sin all at once. Did knowledge explode into her as juice ran along her chin, the same juice sticking, trickling through my fingers? Is that how she and I, mother-daughter, flesh of flesh, found our souls? I tell him I don't know how to say why I peel apples. He says to write it down, and I tell him I would, but there is no place for souls in poetry.